is really in a season of exposing sin. I don't know how many of you are like me in that since this war began, I've just been completely devastated in some sense, shocked in a sense, but also not shocked at the same time about some of the information that we've been able to uncover since the IDF has gone in on the ground into Gaza. Just seeing the level of complicity of different aid organizations and even civilians with Hamas has just been hard to swallow at times, even though so much of it we here in Israel on the ground, we knew that these connections existed, but seeing so much evidence has just been heart-wrenching. um, so this morning, a news story broke from a group called UNRWA, who is a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to watching the activities of the United Nations and holding them accountable to their original goals. They broke a story about the UNRWA teaching staff using a Telegram group for inciting terrorism. Historically, this group was used to share curriculum and salary payment issues and information. And as of October 7th, it's sort of taken a change. They began publishing images and videos of what was taking place on October 7th that morning before I even knew what was going on. Some of them are time stamped while we were still looking through the news, trying to figure out what was going on with Gaza and why they had decided to launch a barrage of rockets at us that day. This is really serious news because it is something that you all can take action on, which we'll get to later. But I just would like to start out by looking at that UNRWA or the UN Watch's report on UNRWA, just so we kind of get a sense of what is happening with this. So let's open it up. Let me see. I am working really hard to make these videos better for you all, trying to learn the technology better. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the UN Watch's report. I guess it would help you all if you could see it. There you go. All right, here we go. This is the UN Watch's report. And you can see the Telegram group is 3,000 UNRWA teachers, and they are celebrating Hamas massacre and rape. So good news. All right. So we have 300 teachers. The UNRWA reports here, or the UN Watch, sorry, they report here that we have one teacher, Wasim Ullah, and I'm just going to read it directly. It says, Wasim Ullah, who regularly posts information on salaries that he passes on from UNRWA. Gaza education chief Sami Abu Kamil caused to kill Israelis and glorifies the October 7th massacre. At one moment, Ullah informs the group's 3,000 UNRWA teachers that salaries will be paid on Sunday. In another moment, he shares a video glorifying Hamas attacks and posts a photo of a suicide bomb vest wired with explosives with the caption, "Wait, Sons of Judaism." Ullah also glorified terrorist Akron Abu Hassanin, a perpetrator of the October 7th massacre, as a Qassami martyr, friend and brother. He prayed to Allah to admit him to paradise without judgment. Okay, so here we have a UNRWA teacher, the education chief, and he's referring to a terrorist as a brother and a friend, and posting a suicide bomb vest. We'll look at that in a minute. Okay, we have another teacher here, Abdallah Mejez. It says here, he does Hamas work by urging Gaza civilians not to heed warnings to move out of harm's way, instead to serve as human shields. And before UNRWA, this terrorist accomplice worked for the BBC. Okay, so he's working with UNRWA, and he is telling the people to not heed Israel's warnings and to stay in place. This is just horrific. Okay, we have another UNRWA teacher, Shatha Hassam al-Nawaja. This person, it says, often shares information in the group on when and how to get paid UNRWA salaries. On October 7th, when her colleague exulted they breastfed jihad with their mother's milk, she added, may Allah grant them victory. Okay. Before we get further into that article, I just want to remind you all what UNRWA does and what their mission is, what their goals are, how much money they get paid from you all in the United States. So let's just go over this. Okay, so UNRWA is a UN relief and works agency. It provides humanitarian services like primary school and vocational education. They provide healthcare and also infrastructure improvements. Okay. It is the largest humanitarian actor in Gaza. On June 27th, 2023, the Middle East Monitor reports that the U.S. planned to increase aid up to $222 million, which is $16 million from the year before. We can just look at that real quick, because I pulled that article so we could see it. Here we go. Okay, so here we have, this is how much the United States is giving UNRWA, $223 million in 2023 as of mid-June, end of June. Okay. What's significant about this is that the United States is the biggest donor to UNRWA, and they have UNRWA has a budget of about $1.5 billion a year, and you can see how much the United States contributes to that. They contribute $223 million of that $1.5 billion budget. And in the scope of President Biden's presidency, you all have contributed over $1 billion to UNRWA. Now, this is really interesting, though, because Donald Trump, during his presidency, he actually he cut funding to UNRWA. He completely stopped funding them in 2018. I'm not campaigning for anyone. I'm just letting you all know factually what's happened in history. So the United States is not under obligation to fund UNRWA. This is voluntary, and we do have a history of not funding them. At that point in 2018, the administration said they did not want to carry such a load of responsibility for UNRWA, and I suspect they had other concerns as they were working out issues with Israel. So this is a lot of money that you have that's going to an organization that is propping up terrorists. And if you remember, back in November, when we had the terrorists, or when we had the hostages released from Gaza with the exchange for prisoners, we did have one hostage. When he returned, he explained that he was actually being held in an UNRWA teacher's attic. We can see here. So I just want you all to see how serious of an issue this is. All right. So, yeah, the released hostage says he was held by UNRWA teacher in Gaza. If you continue to read down, it says that he was held for nearly 50 days in the attic. You see, nearly 50 days in the attic by a teacher from UNRWA. Okay. Remember, this is the biggest, the largest humanitarian aid actor in Gaza. They held a terrorist in their attic, and their one of their chief teachers is telling the people to not heed Israel's instructions and to stay in place. I also wanted to show you what this looks like on Telegram so you can see. Well, I guess first, before I show you on Telegram, my dog came in. Sorry, y'all. Hi, sweet girl. Okay, just take her out. Let's just look at the article again, though, from the UN Watch, and then we'll go look at the Telegram itself and see how it looks. So, got to switch screens again. Where's our... Here we go. All right, here we are. Okay, so Hillel Noor from the UN Watch, he's been following and researching this situation. He reported on his Twitter here that we have this particular teacher. This is Wasim Ullah, and he calls to kill Israelis and glorifies the October 7th massacre. He goes by A. Handsome. Okay, so they have everything translated. When I show you, it's going to be in Arabic. And also he says here that Telegram's likely to shut this channel down. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted to be just another source that had it documented for everyone to see, because I just think this is important. Okay, and then we have here this here he's showing on his Twitter, or X rather. He's showing the one image that the other teacher that we talked about showed of the suicide vest, and they translated it here. It says, her entry into the battle officially and exclusively. Wait, sons of Judaism. I went back and I found all of these images and I translated them myself. I don't speak Arabic at all. I know like 5 words in Arabic, but I used my Google Translate and I verified it for myself. And this is how everything was translating. Okay, and then this is the other teacher here, this man here, who was glorifying this terrorist as a brother and a friend, and a martyr, and praying for him. And then we have here we see, the same man, and here he is listed as a BBC journalist. So we have people who are serious Hamas sympathizers working for the BBC, or at least previously. This is another one who handles salaries, saying, where her friend comments to her, may they breastfeed jihad with their mother's milk, and she says, may Allah grant them victory. Okay, so they're all hoping that Hamas will have victory. They're all Hamas sympathizers here. He says at the end here that these acts are all gross violations of the UN Code of Conduct, okay, because it is infested with incitement to terror. And I don't think there's a better way to explain it than that. They're inciting terror and they're supporting it. We can go back and look at the actual Telegram, see how that looks. Okay. And try it this way. Okay. All right, so this is their Telegram. I'm not a member of this group. You can know that because at the bottom here it says join. If I was a member of the group, it would not say that. All right. Throughout the day, when I've checked, it's been interesting because Israelis have actually jumped on this group and they've been trolling it. So it's been kind of funny to see what people have been saying. And of course, the admin have been deleting those posts throughout the day. They might even still be here, but I think yeah. And it looks like they've deleted all of the trolling. But here, of course, you can see right here, this is UNRWA Gaza, and it is over 3,000 teachers, 3,395 members, all being instructed of how they can collect an UNRWA salary, sharing curriculum information. Okay, so the way Telegram works, you can click here, and we can look at the media. So here you can see their media. It's very war-centric. Keep scrolling. Okay, so we have terrorist here. I just want you to see for yourself where this is on this group of over 3,000 teachers, because sometimes it helps just to get the bigger context, I think. All right, this is in October, right? Yeah, October 2023 here. Okay, so we're in October now. Okay, this is where it starts to get bad. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down to September. You see in September, it's mostly the books, right? Mostly payment issues, curriculum, whatnot. We get into late September, there's some interesting things. And then October, and then clearly there's a shift here where it starts. So we have, this is kind of a patriotic video celebrating Hamas from October 7th. This is other footage from October 7th. It was at 10 a.m. Okay, this one, October 7th, 8:15. They're just sharing, this one's quite gruesome, a video. This is a video that, someone did a little bit of editing on, actually. It was posted at 10:27 that morning on October 7th, showing the Hamas terrorists exiting the border fence. I'm not sure that you can see the video or not. This is a mother whose son died that day, and she's praising him as a martyr. I'm not sure exactly where the vest is, but I saw, there it is. There's the vest from the article from the UN Watch that Hillel tweeted out or X'd out. I don't know how you say that now. You say I X'd? You say I tweeted still? I don't know. What do you guys say about Twitter? Yeah, so basically that is how their teachers group for UNRWA, the biggest humanitarian aid organization in Gaza, is looking. It is a complete and utter celebration of Hamas. But I don't know really what we expect if we know that we've known since late November that they had someone hiding a hostage in their attic, an UNRWA employee hiding a hostage in their attic. We've also found UNRWA name tags on top of suicide vests and other equipment. We found UNRWA supplies in the tunnels. They're just saturated within the Hamas organization. And I think this is something that we need to take a stand against. And you guys can, because like I said, this year, the U.S. government committed over $200 million of your tax dollars to support this organization that is firmly standing with Hamas, sometimes cross-engaging with Hamas as employees, hiding hostages in their home. Is that where you want your money to go? I hope not. I don't. So this is something that you can do in a practical way. You can write to your representatives and your senators and tell them that you want UNRWA defunded because they are complicit with Hamas. Okay? Do that. Send them emails. Let them know what you expect of them. Don't mince words. Be really bold about it. You can share links with them too, but let them know that you do not want this organization funded. And watch throughout the next few months as we enter into the election season to see where people stand on UNRWA. If any of you are in a position to get that question out to candidates, please do. Ask them if they plan to defund UNRWA if they are elected into office. That is something I want to know, because this is not a humanitarian organization. This is an organization of people who are propping up Hamas. That is it. Like, there's no other way to describe them. This isn't humanitarian work that they're doing. Hiding a hostage in your attic is not humanitarian. I don't care how you try to spin it. It's just not. It's not humanitarian. So we need to take a stand against this. And we need to make sure that people who are in positions to fund them know where you stand on it. And we need to continue to pray that this organization would be completely dismantled, because it is not serving any sort of righteous function in the land today. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to share for today. I just wanted to update you all on this story that broke this morning. I don't typically do breaking news. I am more of an apologist, so I like to take some time to think things through. But I did feel that this was a really important story, and I wanted to help the efforts that are in support of Israel to share it and just get the truth of who UNRWA is out there to the world. All right, so thank you all so much for your love and support. Also, I am going to be trying to build up my YouTube channel, so it would be really helpful to me if you would like and subscribe and do all the things YouTube. And if you're watching this on Facebook, if you would hop over to YouTube and do that for me, it would be really helpful and I would appreciate it. Okay, so more hopefully good quality videos to come in the future. Part of the reason I haven't posted in a while is because I have been trying to do some work to learn how to use the technology better and just get some direction, I guess, for how I want to do this and how it is that I want to share God's heart for Israel with everyone. So yeah, do check out my YouTube channel and like and subscribe, and I will see you all later.